Hello guys, welcome to the first video on this channel of Love Sports. That's going to be my brand. We're going to talk about all sports all the time, and we're just going to, I love sports, so we're just going to talk about them. So for today, we have what we learned from game one of every game for the playoffs so far in the NBA. So we've had all games. So what I'm going to do is what we've learned from game one. So I'm gonna go Western Conference first. We're gonna go down the ladder. So we're gonna go 1-8, 4-5, 3-6, 2-7, and then we'll do the same for the Eastern Conference. So with what we learned from the first game, for the 1-8 matchup, with the Suns versus the Thunder, what we learned is the big three of the Thunder are legit. I mean, they barely played together this season with J-Dub's injury, but they looked incredible. J-Dub looked incredible. Shea looked incredible. Chet looked incredible. They looked incredible defensively as well. And yeah, I mean, there isn't much you can say about the Thunder. I expect them to sweep the Suns. And now we go on to the Suns' perspective. I really wanted the Warriors to beat the Suns because in my opinion, the Warriors were better off to match up against the Thunder. I think the Warriors could have stole one game from the Thunder, but I don't see the Suns stealing at all. I mean, they don't have the defensive options to even try to lock up this OKC. Like, no team really does, but especially not the Suns. I know they have Dillon Brooks, but Dillon Brooks can only do so much. Jalen Green got clamped. I mean, he had such a great game against the Warriors, but, Jalen Green got clamped. In my opinion, even Devin Booker got clamped. So there's a lot that, like, OKC have an answer for every position that is a threat on the Suns, in my opinion. So it's going to be very difficult for the Suns to even do anything in this series, in my opinion. And then let's go to the Lakers versus the Rockets. Kevin Durant's injury was a late call, and that could have changed the whole scheme of what the Lakers were trying to do. But what a game for the Lakers. I mean, this just looks like a positive. LeBron looks like he's in playoff mode. He started off just passing the ball, playmaking, and then when the Rockets got into foul trouble, he started getting aggressive. And that is just the mind that LeBron has when it comes to the sport of basketball is genuinely incredible. And then Luke Kennard, what a game. 5 for 5 from 3. Beautiful. Even DeAndre Ayton. What a game from DeAndre Ayton. He locked up Sengun. I can't believe I'm saying these words. DeAndre Ayton locked up Sengun. What a game. He was dominant somehow, but I kind of let's talk about the Rockets now. I mean, they just cannot create without Kevin Durant, which is crazy because I swear last season they could create. I know they lost to the Warriors, but like they had such a good season last season that I expected them to be a lot better, especially like just creating wise. Amen Thompson looked like he was doing a lot better, but I guess not. But Sengun getting clamped by Aiton's not a good sign, right? Because it's not gonna get any easier, Sengun. Like, after this, if you guys do beat the Lakers, which I don't think so, because Luka apparently is coming back for game 2, and if Luka comes back and Kevin Durant doesn't come back, I don't see you guys winning. I think you guys take 2 games maybe without Kevin Durant, but I think even with Kevin Durant, you guys take 2 games. So I say the Lakers will win in 6 or maybe even in 7. But after this, if the Rockets somehow do manage to win, you're going to be versing Chet and Hartenstein. And that is going to be impossible for Sengun if he can't get past DeAndre Ayton. So the Rockets have a lot of work to do. I mean, their half-court offense stinks. But yeah. I mean, going back to Thunder Suns, I think it's a sweep. Rockets, Lakers, I think it goes to either 6 or 7, and the Lakers got through. Then we got the Nuggets versus Timberwolves. What a game from Jamal Murray. Even though he shot 0% from 3, he still managed to drop 30 points. Insane. Early foul trouble for Aaron Gordon, but he came back. What a player he's been. Even now we're seeing Cam Johnson doing really well. The reason why they actually signed him, you can see he had a big dunk, a big 3. Luka, I'm not Luka. Jokic struggled a bit in the first half. Rudy Gobert was doing a really good job on him, but ended up with a triple double, which is insane to think about it. I think in the playoffs, Jokic every 3 games averages a triple double, which is crazy, right? There won't be 4 games where he won't put up a triple double. And then from the Timberwolves' perspective, I mean, what a game it was from Ant. Even though Ant looks very hurt, he was very aggressive. And then it looked like he's got something wrong with his knee because he started settling for jump shots. So hopefully he is good. Hopefully he gets healthy because they would really need him to do that. I still think they're missing a secondary creator, or in my opinion, they're missing a true point guard. I know people don't like traditional point guards anymore, but they are missing a true point guard. The big Dumb and Dumber, in my opinion, of Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert, just boneheaded decisions sometimes. The threes that Randle takes, and then that behind the back pass that Rudy Gobert tried to do. I mean, what are you doing, bro? He had such a good game in the first half, locking up Jokic, and then it just crumbled. But yeah, I think this is the most interesting series in my opinion. I think it goes to 7, and I see the Nuggets coming out just because of Jokic and Jamal Murray. But that's that. Next, we have the Spurs versus the Portland Trailblazers. What a game! You know what? I'm gonna start giving the flowers to Portland Trailblazers. There's only one player, only 2 players that I want to give my props to. Drew Holiday just rises the ceiling of any team he goes on. Second, Denny's debut, he dropped 30 points. What a player! But Drew Holiday was crazy. I saw a lot of people clowning Drew Holiday, saying like he played like the second option. He had the most field goal attempts besides Denny, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, in my opinion, this is gonna sound crazy. Like Scoot had a good game. I would start Scoot and Shaden Sharp. I know Shaden Sharp didn't have a great game, but I'd rather have Shaden Sharp out there dropping an inefficient 20 rather than not dropping anything, which is tough. But what a game from Denny. And then from the Spurs perspective, of course, what a game from Victor Wembanyama. Let me give my flowers to the other players. What a game for Harper. Castle, they were guarding Castle like he's a center. They weren't stepping up on the 3, but it didn't look like that discouraged him. What a game from Devin Vassell. What a game from, I think I already said De'Aaron Fox. Now let's just go on to Wemby. What a player Wemby is. In my opinion, Wemby has the defensive gravity that Steph Curry has offensively. How people treat Steph Curry on the fast break of we're going to close him down, make sure that, like, I'd rather have them get a layup than Steph shoot a 3. It's like the opposite defensively for Wemby. I'd rather have my teammate take the open 3 than me take this layup in front of Wemby. And Wemby's defensive impact is insane, but offensively, Wemby was crazy today. I mean, 35 points, breaking the record of the most points by a Spur in his playoff debut. 5 from 6 from 3, and it's not like he was shooting wide open 3s. He had a step back 3, he had a corner 3. It looked incredible. Defensively, he was incredible. What a player! What Victor is, man. And then one more thing from the Portland Trail Blazers that really, really bothered me. Why is Donovan Clingan shooting 3s? I've never seen Donovan Clingan attempt a 3 when I've watched the Spurs, but he took, I think, 2 maybe? 2 that I saw where I was like, what is he doing? But yeah, they got to cut that out if they want to win their next game. Let's go on to the Eastern Conference. The only game where the home team lost, of course, it was the Detroit Pistons. I mean, the Pistons are awful, in my opinion. Like, how do I say this? Sorry, give me a sec. Like, besides Cade, that team struggles so bad offensively. I mean, Cade had over 30 points, and yeah, I was hating on the Magic when they came out the play-in. I said I'd rather see the Hornets, but I mean, the coach of the Magic said it's going to be a dogfight against the Pistons because both of these teams hang their hats on their defense, and it is going to be a dogfight, and this is going to be a really fun series. because I thought Jalen Duren should have done a lot more, but he only ended up with like 7, maybe 9 points. But yeah. Now let's go on to the Magic. I'm not a big Magic guy. I love Franz Wagner. Um, in my opinion, Franz Wagner is the best player on the team. Obviously, people will say Paolo. I'm not a big Paolo guy. I know Paolo's a stud, but I'm not a big Paolo guy. But what a game it was from Franz and Paolo, and they just got a win by like committee. It's gonna be really interesting to see the center battle between Jalen Duren and Waldo Carter Jr. and Isaiah Stewart as well in the mix. It's gonna be really fun. But yeah, basically what I get from this game is if the Pistons don't find a secondary creator somewhere in their lineup, they're gonna struggle. Now let's go to the 4 and 5 with Cavs and Raptors. Immanuel Quickley was out on the Raptors side, so they struggled with playmaking in my opinion. But I mean, seeing Scotty playmake is actually really, really fun. I mean, I didn't expect him to be like that, but he's very talented playmaking wise. Brandon Ingram had a decent game. I think his name is Reed that stepped up and played the point guard. He had a pretty decent game. But I mean, the Raptors are missing something that I can't really put my finger on. But on the Cavs perspective, what a game from James Harden. What a game from Max Strus off the bench. What a third quarter he had. What a game from Evan Mobley. What a game from Jared Allen. And what a game from D-Mitch. The only thing that I would want to say is I didn't expect Evan Mobley to be that good of a playmaker. There's certain possessions where he's backing down the defense and he's making the right pass. Okay. I think the Cavs do... Oh, yeah. Let's go back to predictions. I feel like Spurs win in 5. Pistons, I think it goes to 6 games and Pistons win that one. I think with the Cavs and I think Cavs win in 5 in my opinion. I don't see this Raptors team's actually messing with them at all. And then we got the Knicks versus the Hawks. What a game from JB, Jalen Brunson. What a game. I mean, I heard this quote, which is kind of crazy to say. Everyone is better than Jalen Brunson until it's time to be better than Jalen Brunson. And I feel like that's kind of true. Like, what a game from Jalen Brunson. What a game from the Knicks in general. They kind of outclassed the Hawks, and that makes sense. This Hawks team is young. You have Dyson Daniels kind of playing the Draymond role where he's kind of just doing like tip passes. He's catching the ball, passing it immediately. That's really good because he does struggle offensively, but this Hawks team did pretty well. I mean, Jalen Johnson looked incredible. I love Jalen Johnson. This is his team. I think this like playoff game, even though they lost, kind of staples that this is his team. But I think the Knicks win at 6. And then we go to the Celtics versus the 76ers, where the 76ers are missing Joel Embiid, but this was just dominant from Celtics from straight to finish. Jason Tatum stepping up from where he left off in the playoffs. I mean, what a dominant first half, and then Jaylen Brown is like, hey, I also carried this team in the regular season, and he just turned it up in the second half. They both ended up with over 25 points each, had over 50 together. What a game from them. Obviously, everyone else, like the others, doing the other stuff. VJ, Maxey struggled. But yeah, at the end of the day, what a coach Joe Mazzulla is. And I think the Celtics might get out here in 5, maybe 6. And they probably will hope for the Knicks to have a longer series against the Hawks so they can recover fully. And, great games all around. Great games. And yeah, so to recap, I think the Thunder sweep. I think the Lakers win in 7. I think the Nuggets win in 7. I think the Spurs win in 5. I think the Pistons win in 6. I think the Cavs actually win in 5. I think the Knicks win in 6. And then I think the Celtics win in 5. So yeah, I think I booked every seed that is above to go. And I think it will be like that. But that's going to be the end of you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.